On this episode of Golf Chicago TV, we'll preview the BMW Championship at Cog Hill. We'll show you highlights from one of the most exciting Western Amateur Championships of all time. We'll visit the brand new Highlands of Elgin. Teddy shoots and scores with Wisconsin basketball coach Bo Ryan. And we'll sip a little vino with Chicago's own Luke Donald and the Golden Bear. Golf Chicago TV starts right now. Welcome to Golf Chicago TV. I'm your host, Rebecca Halpern, here in beautiful Lincoln Park. We've got a jam-packed show for you this week, starting with the Highlands of Elgin. Opening shot is brought to you by Grand Geneva Resort and Spa. The Highlands of Elgin is a brand new course born from an old course formerly known as Spartan Meadows. The old course is now nothing more than an open field with a vague reminder of what once was. The new Scottish-influenced Highlands of Elgin is a completely new design, and it's rated the #1 municipal golf course in Illinois, according to Golf Week magazine.
What we're experiencing here is a totally different feel, totally different experience than what it was once upon a time. We can't forget where we came from. We just have to learn and take care of all customers. And I think that this product, this clubhouse, this golf course allows all players of all different levels to play here. And it is entirely different than what it used to be.
The Highlands was created in 3 phases, starting with the redesign of 9 holes in 2001 by Keith Foster and Art Schoppeter. In 2005, a new state-of-the-art clubhouse and banquet facility was built, and the final transformation of 9 new holes was completed last year.
Keith Foster was a major influencer in the design concept. His ideas really were to create this experience of rolling hills. The design of the golf holes were big open fairways, large rolling hills, fescue grasses, flat bottom bunkers. So the bunkers, I think, are a little bit more forgiving, although create this beautiful feel of truly being in a bunker, being in trouble. The fairways themselves are rather rich in size, so the scale and scope of the greens and the fairways are nice size, so you can miss-hit a shot and still not be in too much trouble.
Once you're out on the course, you'll feel as though you have the whole course to yourselves.
One thing that's very unique about this golf course is that it allows you to play a golf hole and not be seeing fellow competitors on other golf holes. Once you tee off, you generally don't see other players because of that design by Keith and Art.
So whether it's a day with your friends or a large outing, the Highlands of Elgin has everything you're looking for.
We cater to that golf outing here at the Highlands, and I think you'll find that the food matches the quality of the golf course, and that's what people, I think, are looking for these days. Great value, great golf experience, and finish up the day at a beautiful vista off of a clubhouse. I think we've got it all.
Tournament buzz is in the air here in Chicagoland with the upcoming BMW Championship. Now let's head out to Cog Hill, where longtime Superintendent Ken Lapp has handed over the reins to green guru Scott Pavalko.
I talked to Frank Jemsick last December. I'm 75. I feel good. I love this business. I love this golf course. But I just told him it's time to get a young man in here.
Ken Lapp has been with the Jemsick family for over 61 years, and he's been in charge since 1974. So making the decision to step down should come as no surprise. It does, however, come after Cog Hill received much criticism for subpar conditioning during last year's BMW Championship.
I can't say that the troubles we had last year didn't have some decision on my part to bring this up, but I've been thinking about it for a long time. It's time to get some. I don't want to leave here. I'm going to be around for a couple of years, but Scott's taking over, and he is a tremendous young man. He's very talented. He's got all the modern technology, and he's going to do real well.
Sometimes you might need to come like this. Like if he's making a pass, start it like this. We just really try to get, on top of what we're doing on the loop. I want to make sure we get a lot of sand on the collar. Okay. I think I have some unique skills having worked at Muirfield Village. under Paul Latshaw, who's, you know, as good as they come, in my opinion. And, you know, he's taught me a lot of how to manage these type of greens. And, you know, we have a great set of greens right now. The grass is growing well. The sand we have a very even composition of sand throughout the whole greens, and with the sub-air systems and everything we have going for us, I think there's a lot of positives. I think we'll be very successful.
Ken will stick around as the director of grounds, helping Scott get acclimated to a very big facility.
I couldn't have really envisioned a better way to come into a position like this. You know, Ken's many years of experience, especially, you know, his knowledge of how to run a multi-course facility is something I've never really seen. So, you know, the logistics of getting people around and you know, just how to keep up with everything his experience has been invaluable, definitely.
Dozens of future PGA Tour superstars converge on Chicagoland. After the break, we'll recap the Western Amateur at North Shore Country Club. Welcome back. You know, the Western Amateur Championship has been called the Masters of Amateur Golf, and it's no wonder with winners like Jack, Tiger, and Phil. This year's tournament at North Shore Country Club in Glenview was one of the best ever. Chris Williams from Idaho shot a record 16 under par for 72 holes en route to winning the stroke play segment. During match play competition, the #1 amateur in the world, Patrick Cantlay, beat #2 Peter Uihlein in the quarterfinals. And the tournament came down to the last hole as #1 Cantlay faced off against the 55th ranked amateur, Ethan Tracy. Both players played great, battling back and forth throughout the final 18 holes. A key moment in the match came on number 11 with Tracy one up. Cantlay made a 45-foot putt for birdie that would have squared the match, but Tracy poured in a 25-footer of his own. Cantlay birdied 12 to even the score, but Tracy came right back and birdied 13 to go up 1. It stayed that way until 18, where Tracy hit his tee shot in the trees, opening the door for Cantlay, who drove it in the middle of the fairway. After chipping out, Tracy hit an outstanding shot to within 10 feet, keeping his chance to make par. Cantlay hit his approach shot to about 12 feet, opening the possibility of a 2-shot swing. But his putt hung on the right lip, giving him a par. After backing away twice, Tracy made his 10-footer for par to win the championship. This was the 50th anniversary of Jack Nicklaus's Western Amateur victory, and fellow Columbus, Ohio area native Ethan Tracy surely made Jack proud. He won the most grueling amateur championship while beating the #1 player in the world.
I try not to think about that stuff. It just gets you off your game, but I played great golf, and to come ahead of Patrick Cantlay, it's an unbelievable feeling.
It was a good week. I played well, and overall I enjoyed it. So, you know, no hard feelings. It was a good week.
Now let's go from two guys who know how to tear up the course to a guy who knows how to tear up the court. Teddy heads up to Madison to play with Badgers basketball coach Bo Ryan.
I'm here at beautiful Nakoma Country Club in Madison, Wisconsin with Wisconsin basketball coach Bo Ryan. Bo, how did you get started playing golf?
Well, Teddy, it's kind of an easy story to tell because I really did not have a whole lot of respect for the game. I thought it was very boring, tedious, not something that a kid from Chester, Pennsylvania would want to jump into. But I was told by Elroy Crazy Legs Hirsch when he was the AD here, when I became an assistant, that I needed to jump in the van and go to different cities throughout the state of Wisconsin for these Badger outings that we had. I wasn't real excited about it, but once I did, it was over. I was hooked, and golf is my oneness with nature. It's my chance to get outside. And you know, basketball coaches spend a lot of time indoors. And so that's how I got started, and I'm sure glad I did.
Okay, you guys ready for this?
And he's on the green.
Hey! Oh, yeah. Nicely done.
Just stay on. Oh, Stop. Just off. Oh, it's okay. I can still par this thing. Yes.
Your hat says Cypress Point.
Yes,
you've also played at, what, Pine Valley, Pebble Beach. I mean, the bucket list is almost complete.
Well, if you go West Coast, it's Cypress as far as probably the best golf experience on the West Coast was Bandon Dunes,
yeah.
Where you spend. And on the East Coast, Pine Valley, I would have to say I didn't get a chance to play Augusta.
Yeah.
I spent some time there, but I didn't get a chance to play it. And then in the Midwest, I think Whistling Straits is about as good as it gets. And I know there's a lot of courses down in Chicago that I'm going to play here in the next couple of months. So I'll be looking forward to comparing the Medinas and the rest of them to some of the other courses. There's my partner.
All right, be there, baby. Nice. Bo Ryan is good for at least a joke a hole.
Why do oysters only think about themselves?
Why?
They're shellfish.
Final thing, the game of golf. What can it teach young people? What are some of the lessons people can get?
Well, I think the most important thing teaches patience. You play by the rules or you're gone. And I kind of like those things in life. Something that my wife says I still need a lot of work on is my patience, but I'm getting better. But I think just golf with the idea that, it's you against a course basically, but really it's you against yourself and how you control your emotions, the things that you do physically. You can't get mad and get a steal or foul at the other end if something doesn't go right. You have to manage all of your skills. So that's one thing with golf: the patience, the discipline, the rules compliance. It teaches you to be a better person.
There's a lot more still ahead on Golf Chicago TV. Coming up after the break, we'll head to the River East Arts Center, where Jack and Luke give us a taste of the first tee.
1 gram. A new idea. A subtle curve. 1,000 small things that make all the difference. Performance is why more PGA Tour pros play tailor-made drivers than Callaway, Cleveland, Cobra, Nike, and Ping combined. TaylorMade, the #1 driver in golf.
Apparel on Golf Chicago TV, provided by Ashworth Golf, providing style on and off the course. Welcome back. Last month, heavy hitters Jack Nicklaus and Luke Donald gave us a taste of the first tee at the River East Arts Center. Let's head there now. More than 300 people enjoyed an evening of great wine and food at the 3rd annual Taste of the First Tee. Jack Nicklaus, David Faraday, and the #1 golfer in the world, Luke Donald, were on hand to lend their support to this worthy cause. Sponsored by Terlato Wines, the Taste of the First Tee was created to raise money for the First Tee of Chicago. The event, which raised more than $250,000, benefits the First Tee, an organization that helps kids who otherwise wouldn't have the means to play, teaching them more than just golf, but valuable life lessons and values like confidence, honesty, integrity, and sportsmanship.
Obviously, this year's event is a little bit elevated, having Jack Nicklaus here and David Faraday, and it's raising some great money for the First Tee program. So just trying to get some inner city kids kind of off the street and learning some of life's lessons through golf, really.
When you see some of the results from some of the kids, it just tears your heart out to hear some of the stories that some of these kids and what they've gone through, what life and what First Tee has done for them. It's fantastic.
Now let's head to the 19th hole, where Teddy gets the inside scoop on the upcoming BMW Championship. The 19th hole is brought to you by Glenmorangie Scotch, Scotland's best-selling single malt.
We are here at the Royal Country Club of Long Grove, and we're going to start with Jamie Brighty, the head professional here. Now, there are probably some viewers watching who have not heard of your club for good reason. Tell us about it.
Yeah, we were formerly Hillcrest Country Club, and some gentlemen got together. They own 3 other golf courses right now, 2 out in St. Charles, Royal Hawk and Royal Fox. then also Klein Creek in Winfield. So this was our 4th acquisition, and you know, we've just had a great year in this first year as a new ownership, but that would definitely be the reason why most people have not heard of our club, and we continue to spread the word about our new operation here.
Tremendous. Joe Morris of TaylorMade, I hear you are a big fan of this layout.
Yeah, it's a fantastic golf course. You know, having Jamie over here is great. You know, Jamie's one of the local club professionals that I call on, so it's nice to have him here. I know it's been a great year for him, and will continue to be as well. But it's a great layout.
John Keskowski, president of the Western Golf Association. Before we dig into the BMW and its future, what are some courses around here that you like playing?
Well, unfortunately, I've never played here. But I know Jamie for a while, so hopefully that'll happen in the future. But you know, Chicago's a great golf playing town. There's no question about that. I mean, you know, we're blessed with, I think, 7 golf courses that have hosted major championships in this market. You know, they're just you can't start naming one because, you know, I'd leave out 10 other ones. Yeah. But they're just, you know, people know the big names and the Medinas of the world, Olympia Fields, Cog Hill, Butler National. I mean, those are all great venues that have hosted professional golfers and have proven to be great tests.
Yeah, we all watch a lot of golf on TV, and it's impossible not to watch events now without seeing the R11 drivers. It just seems like they're in everyone's hands. We're talking about Sergio Garcia, Dustin Johnson, Sean O'Hare. What is it about that club and about the white club face, or not the white club face, but the top, that is so appealing to players?
Yeah, you know, there's definitely a sea of white when you watch TV now, watch the tournaments. And, you know, there's 3 different things on the white side of things, but I'd say the one that really kind of resonates with the professional the most is actually the crown. With the white crown and the black face, the biggest thing for them is the alignment. Yeah. You know, that's such an important part of the game, obviously. So the alignment side of it, you know, there's the benefit of the crown that doesn't have the glare, so they're not getting the reflection or the hot spots they traditionally get. And the one benefit of white, it actually looks a little larger too, and I know the clubs are large enough already, but just a little more confidence at address for the professional or even the average player. Yeah. You know, it's a home run. So yeah, it's been a great year.
John, I am not going to ask you what clubs you play because I think that's like a Democrat versus Republican debate. We just don't want to get into that here. So let's move on to the BMW Championship, which is coming up soon. Do you want a review for people? Cog Hill this year. Then we're talking about Crooked Stick in 2012. 13 is open right now, and 14 is going to be outside Denver at Cherry Hills. I'm so proud of myself for memorizing that. Let's talk about this event, which is coming up, and your excitement for it.
Well, we are excited about it. As you know, Teddy, and a lot of people know, the BMW Championship used to be the Western Open and is now morphed into a great championship that is the 3rd playoff event in the PGA Tour playoffs for the FedEx Cup. And as you mentioned, it's at Cog Hill again this year, and it brings together the top 70 players on the PGA Tour FedEx Cup points list. And with the ultimate goal of, you know, the guy who's #1 on that list wins the FedEx Cup. Well, we've had a great run in since 2007 when it became the BMW Championship, with not only having great fields, you're talking the best 70 players in the world, but great champions. Tiger Woods has won twice, Camilo Villegas and Dustin Johnson, two TaylorMade guys there, I believe. And you know, it's really an opportunity for the golf fans of Chicago to come out in September and see the best players in the world down at Cog Hill, which you know, we've been at Cog Hill for a long time, and the Jemsick family has been wonderful hosts of the event, and really is a wonderful golf course.
Now, a story that I'll be covering a lot for the Chicago Tribune is the 2013 event and the future of the BMW. What are some Chicago area courses that the Western Golf Association and the PGA Tour are considering?
Sure. Well, first and foremost, the tournament's at Cog Hill this year, and it's no news. Last year, Cog Hill was not in great condition for a number of reasons. You know, the last summer was the worst summer in a long time for growing grass, and so the Jemsick family is committed that the golf course will be in better condition this year, and it is. It's in better condition, and they've taken steps to ensure that's going to happen. Our problem as event organizers is we also need more people to come, and attendance has been dwindling the last couple of years at Cog Hill, so it's up to us as the promoter of the event to get more people to come out. And Cog Hill's at the top of our list right now in terms of the site for 13. Yeah. We've got some challenges there. We've got, as I said, we've got to make it more accessible and get more people there. But also we'd like to think about, maybe moving the tournament around some other venues and exploring where the other population bases are in Chicago and whether or not that's on the North Shore. I'm not sure if it's on the west side, maybe it's on the south side. So you can kind of fill in the blanks in terms of those golf courses. It's Kemper Lakes, Conway Farms, the Glen Club. Yeah. All those places have hosted major type events. Yeah. Chicago Highlands is interesting to me because I happen to think, that area, the near west suburbs, is the best location in Chicago to run an event. And then, of course, there's Olympia Fields. Fantastic. So we're blessed with a lot of options, but each kind of presents its own challenges, if you will.
Are you hoping that Chicago maintains a big-time PGA Tour event?
Definitely. I mean, it's great. It's great for the game. It's great for Chicago. We've got the golf courses. There's no reason we shouldn't host it here. I know we talked about a handful of different courses, but wherever the venue, I know it'll be a success here in Chicago.
Well, that about does it for us here at Golf Chicago TV. Be sure to log on to our website, golfchicagotv.com. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter, and pick up a copy of our magazine at your local pro shop. We'll see you again soon.
A 147 yards to the pin, give or take. 7-mile-per-hour wind. Bye, friend. You're off to glory.
Refine your game in nearby Lake Geneva, Wisconsin at Grand Geneva Resort and Spa. New renovations, decadent dining, and endless activities await. Enjoy 2 free rounds of golf with our stay and golf free package. Visit grandgeneva.com for details. Restrictions apply.